From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Friday morning. Rained yesterday, but thankfully most everything got in last night. Starting with the headliner. That's where we were. Lemira hosted Mayville in a battle between the two favorites for this year's conference title. It was close until the top of the fifth. That's when the Cardinals blew it wide open. They brought 12 batters to the plate and scored 7 runs. That would be more than enough for Allie Schwartz in the circle. She was dealing for Mayville. She gave up just 1 unearned run in the 11-1 run rule win. Coach Steve Pliner on the performance from Allie Schwartz.
Yeah, she's a special player, right? She leads us on defense. Her pitching is fantastic. She had a great day at the plate today. She's just a great kid, works really hard.
Schwartz was 3 for 4 with a home run, 3 RBIs. Teammate Adeline Youngbeck was 2 for 2 with a double, a triple, and 2 RBIs. Youngbeck on the team's offensive success yesterday.
I just think having a supportive team in the background really helped. Our energy was very, very high to start off with, and I think it just encouraged me to, hit better.
Mayville now the only undefeated team in the Flyway at 4-0. Lemira drops to 4-1. Elsewhere, WLA not only bounced back, but did so in a big way against a conference contender. The Vikings knocked off Campbellsport, 6-5 the final in Campbellsport. Don't let the scores fool you, though. The pitchers were excellent in this one. Anhalt got the win. She struck out 8. Only 1 of the 5 runs she gave up was earned. Peyton Hall on the other side got the loss, but she was stellar as well for the Cougars. Only 1 of her 6 runs was earned, and she struck out 16, 16 Vikings in the loss. Non-con softball, Laconia got an 8-1 win at home against Ripon. Lily Schultz struck out 16 Tigers and gave up just 2 hits to get the win. And North Fondy had a nice win at home against Random Lake. Lexi Sabel was 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run. Leah Patterson gets the win in the circle for the Orioles. In baseball, Laconia and Lemira both completed sweeps of their respective series. Both teams still undefeated in the conference as well. The Spartans with an 8-3 win at home against Mayville. 2 bad innings doomed the Cards. They gave up 4 in the second and 4 in the sixth. Sawyer Schultes went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Lemira, meanwhile, continuing to show they are the offensive juggernaut of this league. The Lions beat Springs 11-0. After only going a few innings on Tuesday, Josh Stager pitched all 6 this time. He struck out 10 in the 2-hit shutout. Easton Zango led things offensively. It was a balanced attack for the Lions, but Zango went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run. WLA struggled mightily with Drew Stepbacher. He gave up just 2 hits and shut the Vikings out through 6 1/3. WLA scored 5 on North Fondy's relievers, but it wasn't enough to come back from the 7-run hole. Final 7-5. Orioles beat WLA from WLA. After going to extras on Tuesday, Omro and Campbellsport did the same again last night. This time the Foxes winning 3-2. Jonah Bray picked up the win in the pitcher's duel. Brock Fry credited with the save. And finally, soccer from last night. Springs knocked off North Fondy 3-0. Hustisford Dodgeland beat Wayland Academy 10-0. Mayville stumped WLA 3-2. Ellie Woyan scored twice for the Cardinals in the big conference win. No report last night from Omro Lourdes. And let's move on to what we got coming up today. 3 track meets going on involving Flyway schools today. Lemira and Mayville head to compete at the Beaver Dam Horicon Invitational. Omro makes the short trip up to Winneconne. And finally, WLA and Springs are 2 of 14 teams set to compete at Kewaskum High School this evening. Friday brings a full Flyway schedule in softball. All games will have 5 p.m. first pitches. Lemira is at Campbellsport for a key battle in the conference standings. Both teams trying to bounce back from those losses yesterday. Laconia goes to Mayville for another top half battle. The Spartans playing some good ball at the moment. They'll need it tonight to show they're true contenders for the Flyway crown this year. Closing out the schedule, Springs goes to Omro and North Fondy visits WLA. Friday afternoon baseball features a 4-game slate, all non-conference. Campbellsport goes to Ripon. The Tigers struggling this year, just 1-5. That game's set for 4:45. Mayville, WLA, and Springs all host 5 o'clock games. The Cardinals play Horicon. The Vikings host Kewaskum, and Springs welcomes in 6-3 Kettle Moraine Lutheran to Herb Acre Field. The Chargers riding a 6-game winning streak, so a tough one again for the Ledgers. Just 2 games in soccer today, both 4:30 kicks. Mayville goes on the road against Luther Prep down in Watertown, and Wayland hosts Lake Mills. We'll break down all these results from the Friday competitions coming up tomorrow morning on that Sports Report, and we'll preview a Saturday full of sports as well. That comes up tomorrow morning. For your Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.